Alright, what is going on, everybody? So, both of the Shikis got their NP upgrades on the NA version of the game, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to just go ahead and cover these buffs that they got, because it was either talk about Emiya Alter first, or talk about the Shikis getting their NP upgrades, and, you know, I'm not gonna lie, cute girls, or whatever the hell Emiya Alter is, bro. So, we're gonna talk about them. First and foremost, we get the Assassin Shiki getting reduces defense by 10 to 20% depending on our NP level. Now, it should always be a 20% defense debuff because you should have her farmed at NP 5. She is a free-to-play unit, so if you don't have her NP 5, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Unfortunately, this does not activate first, so this does not give Shiki extra damage, which she could use because she only has 3 hits. So if she were to have this proc first, it would allow her to gen more NP, because obviously the more damage you can do, the more overkill or the more charge you'll get back. You know, it's just kind of how the basic hits in the game work. So it is nice that they gave her that, you know, and as well as, you know, just actually giving her a bunch of extra damage as well, because, you know, they're upgrading her NP. But really, it's not the craziest thing. Like, I have the NP damage chart pulled up over here. I know it hasn't been updated in a minute since the summer servant camp, but it's still good to kind of get a good feel for how hard these servants hit, especially on the NA version, because this is going to be valid. These NP damage charts are going to be valid for a while on NP, and then or on NA, not NA. You know, you guys know what I mean. You know. Anyway, this is going to be valid for a while on NA, because, you know, this is like 2 years worth of content ahead of us. So hopefully by the time NA catches up, someone else will have started calcing stuff like they did for this one. So as you can see, she's quite high up here with her NP damage, right? And doing the defensing is just only going to make her hit a bit harder if you loop her NP. I wish they really would use these ones at their NP5, because this is a free NP5 servant, so really she should be like the highest damaging single target assassin in the entire game. Because, like, what's more likely, that you farmed this girl and got her to NP5, or that you have like an NP2 MHX? I think this is a bit more likely, especially if you've been playing for a minute. Although I have an NP2 Jack, so, you know, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with with that line of logic. But she's pretty solid. I don't want to talk about her too much. I mean, everybody knows that she's a pretty good welfare servant. But what I do want to talk about is Bunny Girl over here, right? The actual god of the Fate verse. So she got damage, but this is something that I think is really neat that she did get, because she's not quite known for being someone that loops her NP. Obviously, with one hit on an AoE NP, you're not genning a whole lot. But this is really nice. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough to kind of help her out in like an arts farming team. Because just that little, because she's only got one hit, right? But she's still going to gen a decent amount of NP on each of those hits, because she is an art servant, and you have Castoria just dumping NP gain and like additional arts buffs and damage into her, right? So she should still gen a decent bit of NP back, and I'm assuming they gave her this to kind of help out with that a little bit. Since it also came out at this point too, around the same time on JP, they didn't have Castoria, obviously. So I'm assuming this is also supposed to help out with Tamamo as well, because the arts team really runs on Tamamo getting her NP. So this not only helps Shiki get her NP back after she NPs, because this does apply after you drain your NP, so you're at least getting 10% at the bare minimum back, right? But then it also helps your supports get their NP back as well, which is just a nice little added effect on top of just on top of getting a little bit of extra damage. It's very, very nice. People really do hate on the Saber Shiki, but I think she's actually quite fine. She just kind of got these symptoms of being an old unit. But I mean, if you look at all of her stuff, like, she still has these skills that can be upgraded. She still has quite a bit to go. I don't think her damage is particularly high, though. Yeah, kind of middle of the road. I mean, I say not particularly high, but like almost 30k is really good AoE damage. To like make that point, where's Gilgamesh? He's someone that people will cite as like doing single target damage. Like, yeah, he does like 27k. I know this is the big number, right? But you can even like use Gilgamesh for like standard farming, and you know he does really big damage. And Shiki, like at base, hits harder than he does. So at least when not fighting a servant, right? So those are really the buffs that are coming out right now. I think they're both really solid. Just kind of a little PSA to be like, hey, go get your buffs done, you know, upgrade your Shikis. Everybody should have the other Shiki, right? They should have this one right here. Definitely make sure you go get this done, because, you know, looking at assassins, they're not really all that good. So being able, well, I don't know why I look at this one. Let's just look at this one. Like MHX, it takes a lot to, you know, get her to like start actually not being garbage. And then she's also not on rate up all that often. Kama's not out yet, and you know, if you don't happen to pull Kama, then you know you're kind of out of luck. King Hassan's rarely on rate up, but he's also Buster, so that makes him a little unappealing in my book. I don't know how many people summon for this guy, but I guess if you summon for him, you don't really care about her. You know, and I'm assuming they put him out because, you know, people might not have been able to farm the Garden of Sinners event. And then what, like, after these two, like, you're really, like, running, like, Jack is, like, still kind of solid, but then you're, like, ugh, you're kind of, like, not getting the best options here. Like, he's okay, you're okay, you've got damage, I suppose. Yeah, this is when it starts to get a little, like, mid, except for them. Like, they have some, sorry, but I guess they're still kind of mid. Yeah, it's just like more mid. And then like this is the next free-to-play assassin that they're going to give us. And Gray's just like, I mean, she's okay. She's not anything nutty, right? You know, nothing too insane. But yeah, that's going to be it really for the buffs. You know, I just kind of want to make a quick PSA video to be like, hey, go ahead and farm. Or not farm, but go ahead and grind these if you have these servants. They are out. It can be very easy to miss that they got their buffs because we have CCC going on right now, and that's kind of a big deal. Like, it's just a slight big deal of an event, right? You know, I'll make a video talking about BB in probably in a day or two. But yeah, this go farm CCC. BB's very good. She's one of my Grail targets. She's at 92 right now, so you go. That should speak for her, right? She's very good, very solid, and she's a Moon Cancer, which is not exactly popping off with options to use here. It's like a free-to-play servant and 3 limited 5-star. Well, your story, but you know, 3 5-star servants. So farm this event. But with that being said, you guys have yourselves a nice day. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. We'll probably just go ahead and do the video of Emiya Alter tomorrow. So yeah, you guys have yourselves a nice day.